All right. Today is Tuesday, the 2nd of Jan, 2024. Hope everybody had a happy New Year's Eve and a happy New Year's Day. Um, Relatively quiet around here. Mostly quiet around here. Um, now, it's been too darn cold for the last couple of days. I just didn't get out here and do anything. So, you'll know whenever I've been at it pretty good, consistently, because I'll be posting every day or every other day. But I haven't posted in a few days, so you know it was cold. So, yeah, I didn't even bother coming out. So, but I see in the forecast that by the end of the week we're going to be down below freezing. We're going to be in the upper 20s for a couple of days. We're supposed to forecast rain. So, and I'm sure there's going to be a breeze with it. You know me and the breeze and the cold and the rain. Don't do it. Homie, don't play that. So, but come near the weekend, we're going to be down below 20 for a couple of days. So, all right, let's catch up here. We got the push button subassembly cleaned up and straightened up, and we got the locking bar in and the spring back in it. We got a little clippy on the end of it. That's to hold these notches at the same point as the shafts, and we're going to stick the shaft into one of these, and we're going to show you how we do it. Now, the issue with the locking, the inability to lock prior, the chinkawonkies, the bumper pads that were in here, when you lose those, you lose the ability to lock the position in. So, I use these little, I think they're 1/4-inch washers. They're small. They're not the smallest ones, but they're near a 1/4-inch right there. They won't. Here's some batch right here. These I haven't messed with yet. And you see it won't fit. But you take a rat tail file, lock one side of that with your vice grips so that you can get to both points 180 degrees from each other, and then turn it on its side and seesaw it a notch in it with your rat tail, and that will give you enough to get your shaft into the hole, so to speak. So now what we're going to do is, since we got that bar, I still got 4 more to do. Let me show you if you can see properly in here, and my fingers don't fumble everything. We're going to take one of these. We're going to lock it in there with the vice grips, and we are going to see if we can get this in here so you can see it. Let me turn this a little bit there. Do a zoom. and then we'll go to seesawing. Put yourself a fairly decent groove in it. Then rotate it 180 degrees and do the same thing on the other side. Yeah, I don't know. Just a bit more. And flip it over 180 again and do the other side just for extra measure. That'll do it. Now what you do is you take and you put a little kink in it, like that one there, like that one there has in it. And you do it just a little bit. Now, there we go. Now, what you do, let me see if I can zoom back out here and get you back into there. Okay, so now the purpose of the little kink in that thing is so that if you looked at my previous posting on the adjustment to this thing on the 528, 528, yeah, the 6S528 Zenith, you will already know why I put that little kink in it, because this framework right here with the notches in it is in close proximity to the slots right here, that little kink will get cockeyed in there if you leave it flat. So you got to put that little kink in there to get it, to give that thing a little breathing room. So now that we got that, let me give you a little bit of zoom here so you can see what I'm doing. Hopefully the lighting will light up your life. Okay, so now what we do is these here go in with the phenolic down, like so. These here go on the shaft down, like the phenolic, downward, like so. And then we slide it into the slot. Get your washer over the hump there. Slide this in back to all the way in till you're like that. Keep your little spring handy and slip it on there. If you want to make it more lockable and make it a little bit more clackable, give it a little stretch over there. Yeah. And then take and try to get that sucker back on the inside of this frame back here. And hopefully you can see that. Might have to lock my vice grips onto this so I can grip it better. My fingers are starting to cramp. Just pull it and stretch it in there. Not sure. Yeah. It's the locking bar that's causing it. That's the reason why I say you got to cut the ends of these shafts off a little bit, because if you don't, you'll never get it apart without taking all this front hardware off of here. So let me see if I can get that back in there. Watch out that your spring doesn't sprang. Can't keep this in. There we go. We got that down that far. So let's see if we can get it the rest of the way. There we go. That's it. Ay, 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 ay. Yeah, it's going to be a real effort, because you got 5 of these to go through there, and you got to keep these far enough in there so that you don't lose these trying to get the rest of them in. So there's how that goes. So, and once you get them all in, you can release your little gizzy here and let it snap back. So let me get the rest of these done and we'll be right back. All right, we managed to get this done in short order. I don't know if you can see these tips of these rods. They're kind of semi-rounded a little bit and deburred and rounded a little bit, so that way when you go to slip it in on this side, you can give it a little tug and with your finger mash it right into position so it snaps through the hole there. That worked out really good. I didn't do it on the other ones. I kind of struggled with it on the 528, but on all the successive ones, we managed to get it refined a little bit so it's easier to get in. Here's all your washers there. Those are the new bumpers now. You're going to get a definite clack out of it when you go to change the button or change the station. Now that we've got that into there and we got the mounting bar on it, we can go ahead and remove the clippy that holds this locking bar in, and it should snap into place. So now let's see if we can manage getting this thing. There we go. So she's locking in good and positive. So now if you clean these contacts up, these leaf contacts. They should be good to go. But if not, and you get a little scratchels out of them, you can use a piece of fine. See if I can find a piece. A piece of fine emery cloth or something, and fold it in half like that, and cut it to the width that you need right there, and put it between the contacts, lock it in, and whoosh it up and down on each of these so that you get good clean contacts. So now the only other thing that needs to be done with this thing is making the dust cover for it, and that will be on a different segment. Right now we're going to take and put this on the back burner for now, and I think I pretty much got everything else. So we're going to strip the rest of this cabinet down, the tuner come off and everything, and then we're going to get the tuner cleaned up, and then this is all going to go on the back burner for the rest of the day. And I'm going to try and get to that Philco cabinet and get it sanded, fine sanded for finishing. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned. We'll have a lot more stuff coming.